and welcome to Money Chat Now. Money Chat Now is a politically charged stock market pre-show giving you the politics of the day and the biggest moves in the stock market. It is presented with a comedic common sense and just the right amount of sarcasm by an expert in financial literacy. And hey, that's me, Larry Steinhouse. Today is Wednesday, October 19th, and I want to welcome you to the show. We are here live on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube, and you can also find repeats of the show on Rumble and Spotify. Please search Money Chat Now and Larry Steinhouse, and then you can follow me there as well. Hey, by the way, if you'd like to connect to me directly, please go to contactlarry.com. That's contactlarry.com, and there you will find my social media connections, my email, my text message information. That's contactlarry.com. Hey, just a reminder, if you're watching online, hit that like button. Everybody hit the like button right now. Just hit the like button. There you go. Then hit the share button, and don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and like the Money Chat Now page on Facebook. And you can also find Money Chat Now and the Larry Steinhouse Show on Spotify, so please go there and subscribe as well. Hey, you can comment, of course, live during the show on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter, and please say hi. So if you're watching, especially for the first time, please say hi. Matter of fact, a couple of people are saying hi right now. It looks like we got Glenn saying hi and Deb saying hi. My lovely wife Linda saying hi. We got Mike saying hi. All right, excellent. Keep going, guys. Keep saying hi, and also keep on watching. Hey, by the way, if you would like to make sure you can always watch this show, go to the Money Chat Now fan page on Facebook. Click that, and that way you can always see the show in case I'm in Facebook jail. Or you can also go to YouTube, like James is. Hi, James. Appreciate you watching. All right, on today's show, we're going to be talking about the market recap. We're going to be talking about hearing aids. What? We're also going to be talking about new tax brackets and inflation in other countries. Money Chat Now is brought to you by Investor Schooling, and you can attend a complimentary class this Thursday by going to investorschooling.com. There you will learn about real estate investing and stock options trading from those who do it every day. Hey, I want to thank a few people also for sharing the other day. Peter shared it the other day, and Betsy shared it, and Barbara shared it, and Ken shared it. Thank you so much. I totally appreciate you guys. Please click the share button under the video right now. Share it on your timeline or in a group that you might feel might enjoy the show as well. Hey, let them have a laugh in the morning and be educated in the world of money. Real quick, also, before I start, Tommy's saying hi too. Where you been, Tommy? We've been missing you. All right, let's talk about what's going on. 2 days in a row. Wow, awesome. Hey, it looks like Wall Street was again very happy with the current earnings situation. I was kind of worried about Goldman Sachs and the reorg. However, Goldman Sachs rose more than 2% on good earnings report that confirmed strong trading results. This helped the investment bank beat expectations for earnings and revenue. That report continued a strong stretch of bank earnings, including beats from Bank of America and Bank of New York on Monday, and the financial sector as a whole outperformed on Tuesday, so it was pretty good. So it looks like we have a real earnings season once again. Last quarter, as you know, we had a terrible results, but this quarter, due to lower expectations, it's kind of making waves. So let's see if they can keep it up today and and maybe even the rest of the week. Another great report came in from Lockheed Martin. The stock rose more than 8% after its earnings per share topped estimates. This is obviously because of the war and how our government keeps buying weapons from Lockheed and sending them to Ukraine. If you remember my stories on the government insider trading, I'll bet the Pelosi's are making a killing on this stock. Here's a surprise. My favorite stock, Carnival Cruise Line, jumped 11% when the company announced that they sold notes to help them get through their financial troubles. Look, I've been telling you that this is a company that's a winner. You just need to be patient on this one. It's going to be in the 20s, maybe even the 30s, and I believe that will be sometime next year. However, it'll definitely be a nail biter for sure. The big news after the market closed was Netflix. Wow. The company crushed expectations on the bottom and top line, and they added 2 million subscribers. I don't know. I find that kind of weird, but it is what it is. Look, I got to tell you, I can't understand it, but it's good news for the market. Netflix earnings report will be great for the tech stock today as long as the market holds up. And we got a little bit of troubled waters, and we'll talk about that in a little while. Yesterday, Meta moved up, and then it fell back a little. They had some bad news about their acquisition of a company called Giphy. So Meta bought this company called Giphy for $400 million a while back. And Giphy is basically the companies that are responsible for those, moving shorts that many of us use to make animated comments on Facebook. Basically, it was an antitrust lawsuit brought by the UK over the fact that Facebook would now control all the GIFs. My thought is, who really cares anyway? Well, Facebook lost the lawsuit, and now they have to sell the company to a responsible buyer. Responsible buyer is the definition that UK has given it to it. The real question will be who will buy it. It certainly couldn't be worth what they paid for it. So will they actually have to sell it? Anyway, Meta moved up on the news of Netflix earnings report, and it should be a good play into earnings. The next big earnings announcement last night was United Airlines, and the profit and demand for flight was up, and United Airlines was up 8% on the news. Pretty good. This will also drive up my other favorite stock, American Airlines, and today we also have Tesla on deck. This could be huge for the market, or it could take the market down. The earnings will be announced after the market closing, so we have a whole day to wait. Another one that's reporting is Alcoa, and this will be a signal for materials and building. My guess is that Alcoa will show signs of slowing. The question is, have Wall Street already anticipated this in their estimates of earning? Hopefully the good news will continue. I've noticed the futures last night were up about 200 points when I went to bed. However, this morning the futures were flat. They went negative. They went positive. I don't know. We need the momentum to carry us and give us another great day. All right, let's take a look at the futures now, see where we are. Yeah, you can see that here we are already. The futures are down again, down 81, and the Dow is down 81. The S&P is down 5, and the Nasdaq is down 42. In fact, the fact that the Nasdaq is down 42 really troubles me, especially with the Netflix earnings last night. That means we're going to see some trouble, so I'm not happy about that. All right, real quick, a couple of people saying hi. We got Rob and Kevin and Charles and Tom. Thanks, guys. I totally appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. I always do. And don't forget to hit that share button. Everybody hit the share button right now. All right, let's talk about hearing aids. Hey, I'll bet that you didn't know I'm one of the millions of people who wear hearing aids. I've had them for, I don't know, about 6 or 7 years now, and they are very helpful. I remember the day I was at the hearing aid center, and I tried them on for the first time. While I had them on, for the first time that was, I happened to get a text from my wife Linda, and when I was responding to the text, I noticed clicking noises every time I typed a letter. I had never heard those noises before. I didn't even know it made those noises. The funny part was that Linda would always complain that my phone made too much noise when I was texting, but I was unaware of the sound. Well, my hearing aids came at a huge price tag. The hearing aids were around $7,500 for the pair. Now, insurance does not cover these, so you have to decide first if the price tag is worth hearing those noises that you've been missing or listening to the TV at normal levels. Well, I made a decision to go for it, and they're great to use and wear. However, they can be a pain in the neck sometimes. Sometimes the batteries will go dead, or if you don't have them set properly, it could be a real annoyance. Also, different rooms have different acoustics, and although they have 6 different presets, it's sometimes hard to adjust them. But all in all, I'm glad I have them. Now the technology is growing in the arena of hearing aids, and some manufacturers are introducing hearing aids at lower costs. So now Walgreens, CVS, and Best Buy now are marketing low-cost hearing aids over the counter. You remember me saying that my hearing aids are about $7,500 for the pair? You know, the ones that I'm wearing right now? Well, I'm sure that not too many can afford to pay that much, and with insurance not covering this, it must be difficult for many, especially elderly people with hearing loss, to have to cope with the fact that there's a solution, but it's unaffordable. Well, with that, now Walgreens, CVS, and CVS is distributing these newer model hearing aids. It's kind of great. So Best Buy, Walgreens, and CVS are distributing these newer model hearing aids, and the price is much more reasonable. Walgreens just started selling over-the-counter hearing aids online, and the stores are nationwide for about $7.99 a pair. Now, that's a big difference between the $7,500 I paid. CVS is selling over-the-counter hearing aids on its website, and they'll also be selling them pretty soon in the stores from $1.99 to $9.99. The drugstore also started they also started offering them at select pharmacy locations beginning of November, and these are being sold without prescriptions. So in the past, you needed a prescription from an audiologist in order to buy hearing aids. The Food and Drug Administration issued a rule in August that allowed over-the-counter sales of hearing aids for adult ages 18 and older. You know, these people would have mild or moderate hearing loss. People with severe hearing loss and children still need prescriptions for the devices. It's kind of like glasses. You know, you need a prescription for those as well. Well, it's a good thing for the public, but I want to take you back into last year when Biden wanted to change Medicare to include eye care and hearing aids. It didn't pass, at least not yet. However, it occurred to me that these changes are just ramping up for this change, so that they can be funded by the government for supplying hearing aids. After all, they can't live on the killer vaccine much longer, so these companies need another governmental source of income. So I believe this is a tell, and Medicare will be changed and will be voted on soon, especially by those in Congress and Senate who have stock in these bulk hearing aid companies and, of course, Walgreens. Watch for it. Oh, by the way, for all you men out there, I have a really good piece of marriage advice. Whether you need them or not, go to Walgreens today and get a pair of the cheapest hearing aids you can find. Wear them and tell your wife how great they are. And then whenever she asks, "Hey, are you listening?" you can say, "Sorry, my battery is dead." All right, let's take a break here because I think my wife is calling me. Talk to you in a minute.
Okay, so you thought about buying and selling real estate. You've thought about investing in the stock market, but don't know where to start. Well, what if you could find a place to unlock strategies to master both real estate and the stock market, all without the headache? That place is Investor Schooling, hosted by Larry Steinhouse, an expert in real estate, financial literacy, and the ins and outs of the stock market. You can attend Investor Schooling in person or online 8 times a month. You can and will learn how to make money in real estate, and you will learn mastery of stock techniques such as options and covered calls. You will even get a chance to ask one of your burning questions to the stock option sultan, the master of picks and plays. Call 866-424-2829 for free information and receive a complimentary pass to attend classes, or register online at investorschooling.com. Don't delay. These passes are limited. So what are you waiting for? Call 866-424-2829. That's 866-424-2829. Or visit investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com.
All right, welcome back to Money Chat Now. I'm your host, Larry Steinhouse. And of course, if you'd like more information on Investor Schooling, you can go to investorschooling.com or call 866-424-2829. That's 866-424-2829. I want to welcome you back to the show. We're here live on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And of course, you can also find repeats of the show on Rumble and Spotify. Hey, please search Money Chat Now and Larry Steinhouse on Spotify. Like and subscribe there as well. And if you'd like to connect to me directly, you can go to contactlarry.com. That's contactlarry.com. And there you will find my social media connections, my email, and my text message information. That's contactlarry.com. I just had a laugh. My brother Seth is on there. Hi, Seth. Thanks so much for watching. He put in a bunch of emojis with hand signs, and he goes, he's using sign language. I'm trying to think if the second one from the left is the middle finger, though. I'm just wondering what he's trying to say to me. All right, anyway, so far we've been discussing, of course, the market recap. The futures are getting worse. It's down 110. It's going to be a terrible day. The S&P is down 11, and the NASDAQ is down 60. So not good. We talked about hearing aids and how I can hear now. Honey, yes, she yelled at me. No, she didn't. Coming up, of course, we have the new tax brackets. If you guys don't like paying taxes, you definitely want to listen to this segment. And we're going to be talking about inflation in other countries, and of course today's picks and plays. But first, did you guys hit the like button? Did you guys hit the share button? Come on, everybody, hit the share button right now. Leave me a comment to say hi if you have not already done so. And leaving a comment is the only way I know you're watching. So if you're watching for the first time, it doesn't matter where you're watching, just say hi, and I'll say hi back. Please share and like as well. And don't forget to order my new book. It's called Money Hacks. Hey, if you haven't ordered this book yet, I'm telling you, you're missing out. Especially, I'm about to talk about taxes, and this book is going to talk to you about so many ways to save taxes. The book is called Money Hacks, and if you ordered it, please go and leave a review on Amazon. I appreciate that as well. All right, thanks so much. All right. So saying, no, he didn't mean to do that. All right, anyway, let's talk about the new tax brackets. Hey, if you're a fan of mine, you know that I like to follow tax law to learn and teach it to my students. Not as a professor, but as a common sense guide on how you're actually being taxed by the government and how you can pay less taxes using the laws granted. So coming up in 2023, there are some major tax bracket changes that you should be aware of. So for the technical people, you might want to jot some of these down. So you might want to get a piece of paper and a pen and write some of these down. For the people who do research after the show, these tables should be easy to find online. And finally, of course, for the liberals who like paying more taxes, you can go play a video game or something else while the adults watch this segment. All right, here is something about the tax brackets you may not know, Well, most of you know nothing about tax brackets, but let me explain this anyway. When there's major inflation, tax brackets, rise as a result of that inflation. Yep, just another way the rich get richer from inflation. By the way, anybody who is an investor, anybody who knows how to make money, anybody who has real estate, and anybody who understands taxes likes inflation. However, so you should know how to take advantage of it. All right. So because we have had crazy inflation, 8.7% that is, the tax brackets have risen to pretty nice levels come 2023. My favorite tax law is the standard deduction. So this year in 2022, the standard deduction is $12,900. The standard deduction is a great guide to understand that you don't pay federal taxes on the first $12,900 income that you make in 2022. That's right. So if you make $100,000, you only pay taxes on $88,100, not the whole $100,000. If you didn't know this, you really need to get to investor schooling and learn this stuff. I teach it. It's great. Anyway, the standard deduction, because of inflation, will be rising to $13,850 for 2023. That's almost a $1,000 increase, which is pretty nice. The other tax brackets will also be rising. So the top tax bracket in 2022 for those making $523,602 or more is 37% tax on that amount or above. The new number is $578,125 to be taxed at 37%. That's about a $55,000 increase. By the way, these numbers are for single individuals. For married couple, the standard deduction for 2020 is becoming $27,700. That means as a married couple, you don't pay federal taxes on the first $27,700 of your income. For those working on transferring your wealth before you die, and you have and you don't want your heirs taxed by the government, there's an annual gift tax exclusion. This tax-free transfer of money to any individual without the fear of being taxed in the future is also rising. This number will rise to $17,000 in 2023 from $16,000 in 2022. Some things have stayed the same. Look, I'm sorry, I just don't get this one. Some things have stayed the same, such as the child tax credit, which is $2,000. This was temporarily changed to $3,600 during the pandemic, and it's now back to $2,000. Come on, raise it to $3,600. The other one that is unchanged is the deduction for capital losses, another one I don't understand, against ordinary income. It stays capped at $3,000. So if you've lost capital losses, you can only take a $3,000 deduction. It's kind of dopey, too. Also, the famous era Trump tax the rich deduction remains also at $10,000. That's really the SALT tax, if you guys don't know what that means. So these are the basics you need to know. The most important one to take note of, however, I'm telling you right now, is the standard deduction. If you own a business, pay your kids with tax-deductible dollars so they will receive a tax-free benefit. Each kid or grandkid can get up to $13,850 of tax-free income if they work for you. Just another free piece of advice. From there, take $6,000 of that money and put it into a Roth IRA in the child's name and use it for college. It's the greatest way to save for a child's education without any restrictions. Look, I'm telling you, you really need to learn this stuff. It's amazing what I teach. You're gonna learn tax strategies that'll save you thousands and how to really save for college. Go to investorschooling.com. Come tomorrow night and learn. I'm telling you right now, it's gonna be great stuff. All right, real quick, couple of people online. Peter's online now, and we've got Tommy coming back in talking about tax brackets. And then, of course, Michael saying good morning. So thanks, guys. I appreciate you guys. All right, let's talk real quickly about inflation. Look, we know inflation here in the United States of America is at a 40-year high. It has affected many people's budgets and has made it difficult to afford many staples, such as basic food items, for people living with low incomes. On the other hand, many wages are rising, and that's also helping to cope with it. But, of course, it's also causing more inflation. Inflation here in America is currently 8.7%. Or 0% if you listen to Biden. But for most of us, we realize it's high. In other countries around the world, they are having similar problems as well. In the UK, the latest inflation rating was a whopping 10.1%. In fact, this announcement today is probably what turned around the futures from being up 200 points last night to flat or losing now, which is bad anyway. And that's what basically caused the euphoria to end, making the market drop today. So far, the only solution for this country and others is to raise interest rates. Of course, we have seen interest rates rising, and now the base rate, which used to be 0, is now 3.25%, making mortgage rates about 7% across the board. It also raised the rates of any adjustable loan that was issued in the past as well. Interest rate increases make it more expensive to buy things on credit, such as houses, cars, and other goods that are often bought with credit. So basically, the concept is to deprive people of resources to buy these items, essentially depriving them of the items themselves, including new housing, cars, whatever. So inflation is running rampant, and the country keeps raising their base interest rates. Well, it looks like the UK, another rate increase is expected. By the way, the Bank of England, similar to the Federal Reserve here, will be raising rates again. However, their current rate is about equal to ours, and it's about 3.25%, just like ours. There are many issues right now in England, and the new Prime Minister tries to stop the runaway train that Boris Johnson and the liberal loonies over there have created. Have you noticed that the leaders of the biggest countries are all loony? Well, nothing compares to the loon we have here right now, that's for sure. Anyway, Liz Truss, the new prime minister, was trying to balance a recession and inflation problem while also balancing a deficit in the country's run pension plans. And because of so many bad decisions and poor leadership before her, she is caught in a loop. Some of these included tax cuts for some and tax increases for others. In France, even, inflation has gotten so bad that the countrymen have taken to the streets in protest. More than 100,000 people took to the streets across France this week to demand higher wages to cope with rising energy bills and broader inflations. To make matters worse, teachers, railway, and health workers all on strike and not reporting to work. They have staged marches in dozens of cities across the country. The protests and strikes started with refinery workers who have been on strike for several weeks. These people are choking fuel supplies nationwide and hobbling the country's refinery system. So now we have all these people on strike while the rest of the country faces freezing because the refineries are closed due to the strikes. Of course, everyone blames Russia and the Ukraine for all of this. Grow up. This is about your country and our country's dependency on oil and materials from other countries. Russia insulated themselves. They aren't hurting from the sanctions. In fact, the sanctions are what's hurting these countries. The war would also end. If the war would also end, we would let them fight it out. Actually, the war would end if we let them fight it out without our interference. Yes, let's take in the refugees. I have no problem with that from the war as a humanitarian mission, but giving Ukraine weapons and money is just prolonging this mess. Inflation will stop when the rest of the world stops the madness. Oh yeah, and of course when we vote Trump back into office. All of this would have never happened if the vote count was legally processed. Let's all say it together. Let's go, Brandon. See you guys in a minute. Hi, I'm Larry Steinhouse, and one of the most misunderstood things in America is money. That's why I've written this book. It's called Money Hacks, because everything you think you know about money is wrong. And I'm telling you, everything you think you know about money is wrong. When you read this book, you will learn things about money that you did not know. You will even learn if money can buy you happiness. I have a full chapter dedicated to that. You're going to definitely want to read that. I talk about how to use other people's money to buy real estate. I talk about how to save more money, and I even talk about how to rebuild your credit score in this book. There are 22 amazing chapters in this book. This book is now available everywhere. It's available on Amazon. It's available on barnesandnoble.com. And you can order this book right now, and you'll have it in 2 days, and you'll start learning things about money that you never knew before. So order the book right now. Go to Amazon, go to barnesandnoble.com, and order the book, Money Hacks by Larry Steinhouse. Welcome back to Money Chat Now. I'm your host, Larry Steinhouse. We are here live on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and YouTube. And of course, you can contact me directly by going to contactlarry.com. That's contactlarry.com. Also, we have a Spotify channel. Make sure you go there as well. All right, right now, so far, we'll get back to the market. We talked about hearing aids. We talked about the new tax brackets. And we talked about inflation in other countries. And just a couple of people said, let's go, Brandon. Come on, guys, put it out there. Let's go, Brandon. Of course, coming up, we have today's picks and plays. Did you guys hit that like button? Did you guys hit that share button yet? Come on. Tell all your friends about the show. Let them know it's both entertaining and educational. Please share it on your page or in groups you feel will also enjoy the show. All right, look, here's my deal for today. I think today is going to be choppy. The bad news about inflation in the UK is going to carry over into the markets today. A 2-day run-up will also make the investors cautious as they take their stake to avoid the tuna fish sandwich at the end of the week. I'm telling you, I still like the travel stocks as long-term plays. United Airlines came in strong last night. That's going to make AAL go up. Buy them and wait. So buy the travel stocks and wait. These will produce nice 100% profits or more in the next few years. Meta is now over 10 points higher since I told you to buy it last week, and it's going to creep up some more and should be over 140 before earnings. I'm pretty confident, but I'm not confident enough to throw a whole bunch of money at it, but I'm confident enough that they will crush earnings, so it might be a play if you want to put a little bit of money in it. The stock has been beaten up too much, and the earning expectations are extremely low. That could be a good thing for them. Look, it's all about earnings season now. You can pretty much pick any stock option and ride it into earnings, and you'll make money. Pick your favorite and get out of the play a day before earnings. All right, let's take a final look at the future, see where we are right now. It kind of bouncing a little bit back, but it's not that great. Minus 86 in the Dow. S&P is down 7, and the NASDAQ is down 41. It is what it is. Cryptos. Let's talk about crypto real quick. So crypto, again, is not moving. Bitcoin is still right above 19,000, and Ethereum is still right about 1,300. Now, remember, the market had a really good day yesterday, and crypto didn't move. I'm telling you, get out of crypto. Gold and silver also not moving much either, though, but gold is about 1,650, and silver is now about 1,850. The Treasury bond is a little over 4 by a small fraction, and, the average mortgage loan price is a little bit over 7. I mean, it's amazing that if you remember that in December, mortgage rates were 3 to 3.5, and now they're over 7. That's unreal. Oil is about $84 a barrel, and it may be steadying here. It seems to be moving in that range between 83 and maybe 88, so it doesn't seem to be moving much. The average gas price is about 3.85%, down 3 cents from yesterday's announcement that Biden is going to be stealing more of the reserves to lower gas prices for the midterm elections. I'm going to tell you right now that after the midterm elections, gas prices are going to be $6 and $7. Hey, I want to thank you all for watching Money Chat Now. We are here live every morning on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube, and you can also find repeats of the show on Rumble and Spotify. My name is Larry Steinhouse. I am the host of Money Chat Now. I am the CEO of Investor Schooling. And remember, you can contact me directly at contactlarry.com. And don't forget to sign up for a class tomorrow night. Go to investorschooling.com, sign up for a class tomorrow night. I'm telling you, you're going to learn something really good. Matter of fact, we have the worst landlord coming in to teach us about how not to be a landlord, or at least not to be a landlord his way. Anyway, make it a profitable day.